What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are reviewing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I even busted out the Ghostbusters shirt for this review. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis of the film and everything. Um, the Spangler family returns to where it all started, the iconic New York firehouse, to team up with the original Ghostbusters who developed a top secret research lab, take busting ghosts to the next level. But when the discovery of an ancient artifact unleashes an evil force, Ghostbusters new and old join forces to protect their home and save the world from a second ice. Now, this might be one of the most positive reviews to this movie you've seen online, because I think this movie is good. I think it is the second best in the franchise next to the original. And I mean that. I think overall, I think this movie is a fun ride. I think this movie has a lot of fun and everything. And I think there are some people that are just like, that say this isn't Ghostbusters. I've seen that go around. I personally disagree. I think it's got the humor of, and also, I didn't grow up with Ghostbusters, but I do enjoy the franchise. But I didn't grow up with these movies, so I only watched the first few movies, first two movies, right before Afterlife came out. Um, but I think the humor in this movie works. I think they do, but I do want to say one thing with my negative I do have is, yes, there are a lot of characters. They juggle them around a lot. There's like, obviously you got Paul Rudd character, Finn Wolfhard, um, the original Ghostbusters, um, the the mom, Phoebe. I'm looking at the cast list. Um, a few characters return from the first movie, like podcast and um, Finn Wolfhard's friend. Um, Obviously, you got Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson. They're all in here, and so is Annie Potts. Like they make returns, which is, there's also new characters. There's this new guy played by sorry if I butchered this name, Mel Johnny, if I said that right. I am so sorry I butchered that. Um, and that's a lot of characters to focus on. There's a whole, it's jumbled up, like it's hard to focus. And there's like little storylines with everyone, like Paul Rudd's like trying to like be this dad figure. The mom is like basically wants to be more than just mom. Finn Wolfhard really doesn't do much. He has like some scenes like him trying to catch Slimer. Um, um, the previous Ghostbusters, they previous Ghostbusters, like they don't, Dan Aykroyd and podcast, the kid from the last movie, they run in like this little YouTube show. Um, er, Annie Hudson. What's his character's name? Winston. He's like has started this big lab and everything for take Ghostbusters to the next level and everything. Um, uh, Bill Murray's barely in the movie. He's got like two scenes, but I think when he's there, you do enjoy him. He's got some funny lines when he's there. I think they did good with him in there. Um, it's kind of a good thing he wasn't in it more, because if he would have been in it more, sorry, if he would have been in it more, it probably would have been even more jumbled. But And then you got the other few side characters, um, and then Phoebe, who's like obviously kind of the main focus of the film. She makes friends with this ghost, and that's where some of the conflict comes in. And then also you got the I said what was his name again? I can't pronounce it. Mel, no, I can't say it, but that he's like surprisingly important, and it does feel a little out of place. And it's like, oh, this is kind of, but I think they have fun with it. I think it is written pretty funny. At point that he can be funny, and that thing, the movie's funny. I think they do. I think there is some heart to the film. I don't think they're. I don't think they go too. I don't think they go too far in depth with any of the. One of the big things is like one of the big things in the movie is like Phoebe's can't be a Ghostbuster, and and that's kind of where a big part of the conflict comes in. But then also you've got Garaka, the ghost, the big ghost bad guy for this movie, which they said they wanted it to be more like from the cartoon. From what I have seen of the cartoon, it definitely feels like that. And I think his design is really cool looking. And but I do think a lot of the time, like Dan Aykroyd has a lot to do in this movie, which I like. I think it's some of the most enjoyable parts of the film is Dan Aykroyd. Um, I think it's some of the ghost chasing scenes are a lot of fun and interesting. There could have been more, I think, but it's got a good family theme going and everything. And just getting to see another Ghostbusters movie, in my opinion, was a lot of fun. Overall, I think this is a good movie, and I had a lot of fun with it. I wish there was like not as much jumbled. I wish they could have like I don't know, maybe narrow down some of the characters and everything, or like narrow down some of the stuff they wanted to focus on. I do think the stuff with I keep on Mel, his character. I wish they could have done a little better with him a little bit. That's probably one of my main gripes with any character is like he's a little over the top silly at points, but it also can be funny. But overall, I think this is my opinion. People saying this doesn't feel like a Ghostbusters movie. Saying, "Oh, this is not Ghostbusters." I disagree. I disagree. I enjoyed Frozen Empire, for what it is, and I think it is a fun entry to the franchise. I think it's a good follow up to Afterlife. My camera froze there. But I do think it's a good follow up to Afterlife. I think it's just that they know what they're here to do and they do it well. There's the movie's got its flaws, but I think overall, I think it is a great film. Which I personally, it's got its flaws, yes. But me personally, critics give this movie a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, but audiences give it an 83. Um, so, and I think that's more people that are gonna enjoy this. The more the casual are gonna enjoy this more, which, um, I guess I probably fall under because I'm not a massive Ghostbusters fan. I like the franchise, and everything, and I'd say I could say at this point I am a fan because I do like the franchise. Um, and in my opinion, any movie can be better. Any movie in this franchise can be better than 2016. Um, Overall, I think it's a fun film. I think they do a good job with um, most of what they're trying to go for, and uh, um, but yeah, I give my rating personally. I'm gonna go with 3. out of 5. I think that's a solid point for. I've been doing that a lot lately, 3.5s or 3s. I don't think it's a solid 4 film, but I think it's a very high 3.5. So that's where I'd put the movie personally. I don't remember what I put Afterlife. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know which one I like more, this one or Afterlife. But as of right now, I think this one is the second. I don't know. I don't even remember what I gave my rating for Afterlife. But that's all I got to say this with you guys. Let me know what you guys think of Ghostbusters Afterlife down in the comments section below. And I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Bye!